Inequalities. Let's talk about inequalities. So when there's inequality, it means that two things are not equal, right? Two things are not equal. Now, if you look at this statement here, x plus 1 equals 3. This is an equation. We call these things equation. An equation is a statement that says one thing is equal to another, right? But now, if we have x plus 1 is greater than 3, this is now an inequality, right? An inequality is a statement that says one thing is greater or is less than the other. So this is an inequality there. Now, so an inequality is a mathematical statement that says one thing is greater or less than the other. For example, A is greater than B. That's what we've just said. Now, let's look at the inequality sign, right? This sign here, right? This sign has an open end, right? The open end is the greater side. It's the greater side, right? Anything that sits on the open end is greater than what is on the closed end. The closed end of the sign is the less side, right? Whatever sits on the closed end of the sign, regardless of the side that it is facing, whatever sits on the closed end is less than what is on the open end. Now, let's look at number lines. Inequalities can be represented by number lines, right? Number lines can be used to show the same information as an inequality statement, right? So how do you show an inequality on a number line? There's really about two steps. You mark the key number with a circle, right? The key number in question. And then you draw an arrow to show that the variable is greater or less, right? So if x is greater than 3, our key number is 3, and then I have to draw an arrow that points in the direction of numbers that are bigger than 3. Okay, so let's try that out. The first one here is x is greater than 3, right? So I'll just draw a number line. Make sure I have a 3 somewhere, right? And then 4, 5, maybe on that side. 2, 1. The point is just to show a 3, right? Once I've done that, the key number here is 3. So I draw a circle on 3. The statement says x is greater than 3, right? So you have to look at x. X is greater. So x is representing all numbers that are bigger or greater than 3. So I draw an arrow that points in the direction where those numbers are found. Numbers bigger than 3 are to the right of 3 on this number line. Let's proceed to the next one. X is less than 0, right? So x is less than 0. So 0 is our key number here. So we draw a number line, make sure we've got a 0, right? 1, 2 on that side, maybe minus 1, minus 2. So I mark with a circle 0. Now x is a number less than 0. So x represents all numbers that are less than 0. So I draw an arrow that points in the direction of numbers that are less than 0, right? Which is an arrow pointing towards the left on that number line. We have x now is greater than or equal to. So when we have this little second line here, it means x is greater than or it is actually equal to 2. So let me make sure I have a 2 there, and then 1, and then 0. So x is greater than or equal to 2. So our key number is 2. I mark with a circle at 2. But to show that x can also be equal to 2, I shade, right? I shade this little circle here. So the circle is shaded. And then I draw an arrow pointing in the direction of numbers that are greater, right? So this time when I have an or equal to sign, I shade within. Now, 0 is less than x, which is less than 3, right? So this statement is saying x is a number that's bigger than 0, but smaller than 3. So x is a number between 0 and 3. So if I have my number line here, I will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I'll draw a circle at 0, which is one key number. I'll draw a circle at 3, which is the other key number, and then I'll join them like this. So this is what it shows. X is a number bigger than 0 but less than 3. So an x is a number between 0 and 3. Okay, finally we have minus 2 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 2. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So I draw a circle there, right? And then I also draw a circle at 2. But at 2, because I have an or equal to, I shade, right? I shade that circle, right? And then I can join the two circles there. When I join the two circles, this is what represents that particular inequality.